Hello friends, welcome with my question set 10. Here this is the question. Graphically Central College was the only active school in the area during the war season. There were only 15 students in the school. Also there were only 5 teachers and one of them was the principal of the school. The principal decided to add all the students' details in a student's attendance marking system so he would be able to mark the attendance after the main morning assembly at once. Think you are a reputed database engineer and principal requested to make the database while another developer is developing the system. The details have been given below. So I have to create a student table and also here the grade table, then village table and for the transport table, and those tables should have been created within the database named _school, and I have to insert all these data to the tables graphically. So this data to the student table and here this data to the grade table and then village table and for the transport table. And also then in discussion it said that after you created the database, the principal wanted to check your database for bugs. So let's see about these 3 questions later. And first of all I have to create the database and also these 3 tables and have to make the relationships between these 3 tables using an ER diagram. And for that I am using the MySQL Workbench tool, and let's see. I am creating one-to-one relationships between these 4 tables, and here you can see the relationships, and I am editing the column names as I have given in the question, and this is how I have made the ER diagram, and I am saving it and then forward engineering it, and after that we can refresh it and see the tables. And here I am going to add this data to the tables that I have created. Here for the student table these details, and for the grade table and the village table, and for the transport table this data. Let's see. I wish to do that by using
HeidiSQL Software. I am refreshing this, and here you can see the schema that it had been created here, and as _school, and these are the tables. Here first of all I wish to add data to this grade table, and here I am adding one row. Here this is how I am adding the first record to the grade table, and let's see how I am adding all this data to the grade table. And this is how I am adding the data to the transport table, and there are 5 transport methods here I have to include. And here this is how I am adding the data to the village table, and there are 6 records about 6 villages. And then I am going to finally add the data to the student table. Let's see how I am adding the first record to the student table here. The first record is for Saman Kumara, the last name, and here I am entering the date of birth of him that is included in the data table, and then his grade. Here I am entering the grade of Saman, and here I am selecting it as 1, the grade 6. And then I am selecting the village of him, it's as Padaviya, and then for the transport method it is bus. And let's see how I am adding the other details to this table also. And this is how I have added all this data to the student table also. And let's think about the next questions also.
And all after that, let's look about these 3 questions. And it said that after you created the database, the principal wanted to check your database for bugs. He has given you some scenarios, read them carefully and write queries to get results. Here first in the first question, it said that select all students who study in grade 6. So here I have to use join queries for answering this first question. So then here I'm opening this HeidiSQL and selecting the schema related to this question, and here this is the schema, and we are going to write the query for it. And here I have to select all students who study in grade 6. So for that I have to use a join query here between the student table and the grade table. Then here I am writing the join query by using inner join. And let's see, first of all I am going to make the join query here between the student table and the grade table. So first of all I am writing here as select all from student inner join. I am placing an inner join query here. Inner join the grade table on, that means what are the columns to be joined here between student table and the grade table, on student dot, that means what is the column related to the student table, that means grade column, and equals grade table dot the name, the ID, that means the ID. So then here let's inner join these 2 tables and let's see. And this is how the 2 tables are inner joined. And then we have to check and select what are the students, the details of the students, those are studying grade 6, that means the name of the grade table should be 6. So let's make the condition here as where grade dot name equals 6, that means who are studying grade 6. Let's execute this, and this is the result set according to this query, and these are the details of the students who are studying in grade 6. And let's see about the next question. It said that select birthdays of the students who come from Padhaviya by bus. So here I have to execute the query for it, and I have to find the birthdays of the students here. So I am typing the subquery as select DOB, the column for the date of birth is DOB that I have gained here, and from student where village in, then the next subquery select ID from village where name equal Padhaviya. Village should be Padhaviya, and the next column is the transport method, transport underscore method equal in. We can use all those 2 conditions here, that means in and equal sign are also equal, and select ID from transport, select ID from transport table where method equals bus. So then we can execute this query and see about the result set. And it said that capital level school I have not typed here is transport the N. Okay, it's all done, and let's execute it. You can see these two are the birthdays of the students who came from the village Padavi and by bus. So let's see about the student table, and here student data, and Padavi is the village 1 and transport method by bus is the, let's see, by bus is the 1 also. So here the village 1 and transport method 1, here Saman Kumar, this is the birthday, and here again Himari Sirivardhana, this is the birthday. Then the March 12, and here May 6, not May 6, here July 14. So yes, those are the two results that I have gained. So this is the correct query. So let's see about the next question also. Select names of the students who study at grade 9 and come from Mihintale on foot. There should be 3 conditions, and the query must be longer than this. So I'm typing it here as select all from student. Here also I have to select the details of the students. Then yes, I have to select the first name and the last name, the names of the students now. So here we have to execute this query to find only, not all, only the first name and the last name. So here first underscore name and last underscore name. Those are the 2 columns. Let's see about that. The student table, first underscore name and the last underscore name. So we have to find about these 2 columns, the data that we have included in these 2 columns from student table, and where, let's see about the village condition here. Village in, we have to select the ID of the village, that is the name Mihintale. So we are writing the query here, select ID from village where name equal Mihintale. So then again, and we have to select the transport method, that means the transport method at foot, and here, and transport underscore method equals, we are writing in here for subqueries, select ID from transport where the condition for it, method equals foot. The method, the transport method here says that the foot, the second one, and here I am closing this subquery, and the next condition is, and the what? Grade should be 9. So then the grade in, select ID from grade, that means the grade table, where name equals 9. So then I have to execute this query, and let's see what is the query that I have typed here. Select first name, last name from student, where village in, and we have to select the village, the ID of the village Mihintale by this, and we have to check the ID of it and the village column. The data it is included in the village column in the student table, and then here for the transport method, and we have to select the ID of the method put here, and we have to check whether that ID is equal or not to this transport underscore method column in the student table. And again in the next condition we have to check whether the name, the ID that is for the name 9 in here in the grade table, that is equal or not to the grade column, the data content in the grade column of the student table. So then let's execute this, and this is the first name and the last name of the two students who are coming from the village Mihintale, and by the transport method on foot, and here they are in the grade 9 also. So let's see that whether it's correct or wrong. And here first of all let's see the village, the ID related to the village Mihintale is 4, and for the transport method by foot 2, and here the grade 9 4. So let's see about it. Vatsala, Shani and Amrabandhu Rupasingha here. So then that means yes 442, and here Vatsala, Shani 442. That means here these two records are the answers for the third question. When I have executed this query we can gain. So this is how I have answered for the 10th question set of the database management, and hope you gain some knowledge about this question and the answer, and let's meet with the next video soon.